Good evening, stamping friends. It's Leslie with LuvINK&Paper. Ooh, I have one quick thing I need to do before we get going. I almost forgot. I was charging my extra light. And there, that gives me just that little bit of light in that corner. All right, that's better. Okay, I have a little portable, rechargeable OT light that just gives me a little bit more light over in this corner. So good evening, good evening. Let me check my watch. Oh, we are just a minute or so early. So I hope that you all had a good day. I had a nice day. I spent some time a little bit of time in 5th grade, not too much, and some time in 2nd grade today, and I went to art with kindergarten. That is an experience, let me tell you. Anyway, it was fun, but quite an interesting experience. So, okay, so we are at 7 o'clock, so here we go. So I have a couple of cards to share with you. One we're going to make all the way from beginning, well, mostly beginning to end, okay, and I will put the measurements over here for you. And then I have another one that I mostly made, and I just want to show you the last step, and I'll just talk you through a few of the little bit of finer points. And I will likely put it out on my as a newsletter card. So in my weekly newsletter, I'll share a couple of pictures and that sort of thing. And so anyway, I just want to, if you don't already subscribe to my newsletter, you should definitely let me know, and we can get you on my mailing list so that you can get all the things that I put there. Okay. All right. So here's my current host code. We're still working on this one for another couple of weeks or so. And let's talk about the card that we're going to use, that we're going to do tonight. So before we get too far into this, let me just tell you that I understand the disappointment of not having that that really beautiful, I think it's Autumn something designer series paper. It was in, it was out, supposed to come back, and then it was out real fast. And so anyway, understand that yes, that paper is beautiful and there's a lot that you can do with it. But this paper, the Them Bones, has some really great pieces for fall cards. So, and it's not only Halloween. So let me show you, even for these lovely skeletons, which are super easy to fussy cut out. I did a whole bunch, and they're very, very easy to cut out. So you don't have to have the dies. Okay, but that is not Halloween. That's fall. That screams fall to me. Okay, so just understand that the other side of this paper works really, really well. So I did cut, so this one, both sides are pretty much Halloween, because those do look like bats, and there's not a lot that you're gonna do to disguise that, but that's okay. This is that beautiful, it's one of those ones where it works where it meets in the middle, so you've got the two strips. Anyway, there's that page. I already cut up one of these pages, so you have this whole, all the little bits. This, not Halloween, not Halloween, not Halloween. Okay? Kind of Halloween, boo and eek, over and over and over again. But really fun and easy. Okay? So then we had the skeletons. we have all of these gravestones in lots of fun colors, okay? But there again, that's fall. So you can use the other side, okay? So let me put that back in. And let's pull out this one. Oh, okay, both sides of this one are pretty Halloween-y. Really cute though. How fun are those dancing skeletons and the bones? If you were using this as a background, it might, with a lot of other stuff, it might not look so Halloween-y. You might be able to get away with that as a background. And let's see, I think there's one. Okay, so here's that scene card, so you can cut it and then have these pieces, okay? Let's just tuck that over there. And then the last one is, so very Halloween-y on this side, okay? The little bats and the moons and the stars. Really cute though. And just starry sky stripes. So a lot of really fun papers in here that could easily be used for something other than Halloween. All right, so let me put these back in here. And there we go. That way these won't get lost. Okay, there we go. All right, so great option if you're not able to get that other paper. Okay, the them bones is pretty great. So let's talk about the pieces of the card that we're gonna make. The first piece is your base. So 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, scored at 4 1/4. So there's our card base. Let me just give that a quick fold with my bone folder. Handy little tool. All right, then we have a layer. So I took this and this is one of the panels out of that piece where you just cut it and you get all the panels. So I cut that to 3 by 4. And I have a piece of basic black that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's one of my favorite layers because you can get a lot of this layer out of an 8.5 by 11, and you can get lots of 3 by 4 out of a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. So that also works really well. So let's see, what else do we have? We have 3 pieces of basic white, okay, that are 4 inches by 1 5/8. I don't normally do 5/8 and stuff, but it meant that it fit nicely, okay? So then we have 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 3 3/4 by 1 3/8. So those will fit like that. And then we have our last piece of basic white that's 4 by 5, 1 5/8. And then we have a basic black that's the 3 3/4 by 1 3/8. Okay, same as the designer series paper. So that's going to make our background. Okay, and then we're going to add this, and we're going to add some pumpkins. Okay, we'll probably make them into jack-o'-lanterns because they're so cute. And then I do cut 3 1/2 by 5 for the inside. Okay. All right, and we could even put a jack-o'-lantern on there. All right, so let's do a little adhering. So first, let's adhere these 2 layers together. Okay. So we'll just a little adhesive here. We'll put this, so we'll just center those nice, a nice border all the way around. Oops. It's Not quite where I want it. Let's see if it's going to be willing to come up or not. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Okay, yep, we got it. All right, so let's try again. Let's see. I think that's better. Yeah, it's pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so let's get this one on. Okay. So give me a shout out if you're out there. I can't really see the comments because the tablet's up over my head. So make sure you let me know you're out there and watching. And if this is your first time joining me, well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you've been watching for a while, well, I'm glad you're here too. So there we go. And remember, you can always catch this. I do share it over on my YouTube channel. So, all right. So let's put these on. I like to arrange them and then sort of do what I call a dry fit and kind of get it figured out. Where I want them and how much room I have. And then what I normally do is I'll glue the top and the bottom into place, and then I can kind of wiggle the middle one around and make the spacing pretty much even. I used to try and start with the middle, and then that often proved to be problematic. So I don't do that anymore. Now I put the top and the bottom on, and then I can wiggle that middle one around a little bit to make sure that that the spacing is pretty even. So there's the top and the bottom, and now we'll just put this one on in the middle. So see, this way I can kind of gauge and have the spacing pretty close to the same here. It's a little narrower at the top and the bottom, but that's okay with me. It's not something I'm willing to pull these up to fix. Some people would. I don't. As long as this and this are pretty close to even, it's fine. With me anyway. So now I'm going to just put this designer series paper on my black layer, and then I'm going to put that whole layer up on dimensionals. Now, I hope that some of you have dimensional sheets that look like this, and I hope that you don't throw them away. Because you want to use those up. I like to use them like on a long side, or I can just cut them apart and put them in corners. Like, these really are pretty great. Okay, so you can just use up the edges. Sometimes it's really great for a little skinny spot. If you need something a little smaller than one of the regular dimensionals. Okay. And like that. Okay, so now I have plenty of dimensionals to hold that up. So I'm hoping to do an unboxing of the October paper pumpkin tomorrow, but a lot depends on how my mouth is feeling. I have to have a temporary crown done tomorrow, and then I have the permanent one put in sometime in November. So anyway, we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Okay, so I have already done a little bit of stamping. So I stamped our pumpkins, and I used my template that I keep in my stamp case to set up my pumpkins so that they would be easy to punch. Okay, so now I should be able to just fit those, whoops, except for I have the stems there. I should be able to just fit them right in the punch, like that. And I will have a few little pieces flying, but that's okay. I think they went, I don't know where that one stem went. It's okay, I'll find it. I could be wearing, oh, there it is. Did you guys see that and didn't tell me? See how it goes. Anyway, I know. All right. So we're going to get some more of those little pieces. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So I think we'll use a dark one and a light one. And then I'll have those other ones for another project. And I think we should make at least one of them a jack-o'-lantern, right? So let's get the jack-o'-lantern face and the memento ink. And since this is the one that's probably going to be in front, I think I'll do this one as the jack-o'-lantern. Okay. There we go. Clean that off over here. And let's add a couple of drops of glue here to the back. Oh, might have glue on there. I don't want to squeeze wicked hard. Like that. Shoot. All right, well, that's okay because we have scrap. And we'll just take that all right off with my scrap. Lay it on my silicone mat over there. I know, my silicone mat should have been under me with this, right? All right, let's add just a teeny bit more. Oh, here, you know what? Let's take this that I scooped off. Like that. Oh yeah, there was some gunk in the middle of that. That's what happened. Okay. There we go. And we'll put this here. And then, oh, I might be able to get enough. There's that. I could have put this up on dimensionals, but I'm ending up with it flat, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. And now, let's put that back where it goes. All right, so now we have our card front. Okay, let's put, oh, you know what? We could add, oh, I had one left over from before in designer series paper. Let's add that. to the inside. Oops. There we go. Like this. And then let's grab our Happy Halloween. Since the front says trick or treat, we can have Happy Halloween on the inside. Right up here. Oh, that's better. There. All right. So now we can put this on the inside. So give me a shout out in the comments. Do you send Halloween cards? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I am looking forward already to next Halloween when I will have a little granddaughter to send Halloween cards to. But right now, the big kids like them. So my son and my daughter, my bonus daughter, and my daughter's fiance, and my niece and my nephew are the big kids that get Halloween cards. So somebody will likely get this one. Anyway, so there's that card. So I'm gonna just let me put those side by side, move my hands, give you a second. There is nothing worse than watching a video and trying to like pause it and get a screenshot and have hands in there. Okay, so now you didn't have hands, and we can just put that right inside. I just have to remember to take it out before, because I think I want to use this layout. So I need to draw up that sketch. Do you guys do that? Sometimes when I do a card that I really love, so then I'll draw it out on grid paper, and then I can keep that sketch, because I might want to do this with a different designer series paper, a stamped image on the front, something else. Okay, so lots of fun things you can do with that. All right, so let me show you this other one. So I was watching a video, I don't know, a week or so ago, and Rhonda Wade did this great card, okay? It does take a lot of cardstock. I'm going to warn you that right now. It's a full sheet of basic black, okay? And nearly a full sheet of Starry Sky, all right? But it's really cool. So here's our card, all right? So that's part of it. So let me show you the magic of it. Okay, so you have basically two pieces that are 5.5 by 8.5. The first one, they're both scored at 4 1/4, okay? And then the first one is scored again at 2 1/8, okay? So that you have that Z-fold on the front, okay? And like I said, I will have all these dimensions in my newsletter that I am going to send out here pretty soon. So if you don't get my newsletters, you will probably want to make sure you let me know that you want to get on that list. All right. So normally this would be your card and this would be the inside, or you would put a panel back here to write on, right? Okay. And normally this would have been decorated and this would not, and this would be your inside. However, here's what's going to happen. This and this are going to go together. So let me show you that. Okay, I'm going to put quite a lot of adhesive. Even though the Stampin' Seal is pretty strong, I'm still going to use a lot. And then what I like to do is kind of butt them up, the scores together. Make sure that they're even top and bottom. So I'm kind of holding those top and bottom, and then pinch them together. Okay, so now what we have is we have our open, and then we have this open, and then we have a place for our message. But since it says Happy Halloween on the inside, I'm not going to put that here. But I have room for a little note or something. Okay. So I will share all the dimensions. But if you want to see a video of somebody actually making the whole thing, Rhonda Wade did one on her YouTube channel. So you could check that out if you want. So anyway, pretty cool card. A lot of cardstock. Definitely needs extra postage. It is heavy, but really fun. So, okay, and could easily be adapted to like a Christmas card. So maybe I'll make one of these as a Christmas card and actually do it with you. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So thanks so much for joining me. It was a pleasure to have you here. So here's our cards for tonight. Okay. And do make sure that, because you do still, if you order quick, you still have time to get the supplies and get your Halloween cards made sooner rather than later and get them in the mail. All right. Thanks so much and take care, and we will see you next week for some more fun.